welcome back to another day in the market. I hope you guys are ready for a very interesting day today. We are receiving some Trump comments over here, which are definitely moving things around a little bit. We're going to be covering those. We're going to be covering some of your favorite names, obviously, and we're going to see if there's anything out there that I really want to see is going to earn my capital today. We'll see if there's any good trade setups that are going to be forming. All of you guys in LTMP, I mean, obviously, it's been an absolutely insane week. And as always, we're going to be very picky with what we look for. But there are a couple of things out here that I do think are pretty interesting. But again, as we go into the next week here, we do have FOMC coming up next Wednesday, and we do have that trade deadline coming out on Friday. So we could see a little bit of a weird week next week. But again, that's what post earnings is for here. So we'll see what we get there. But ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of day, everybody. Say good morning to somebody in the live chat. If you guys would like to say good morning to me, would love to receive some good mornings over here. If you guys are new to the group, new to the stream, let me know. It's public live day. Happy Friday, everybody. Let's do our little bit of a roll call here and then start getting into it. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the way in. It costs you nothing to do it, but it helps me out a whole lot. Spreading these streams out to as many people who actually want to learn. Again, we have that 150 like goal on the stream. I think we might be able to hit it today. It is a Friday. Usually the Friday streams, we usually have a little bit of fun on here. Get some more people in on a Friday. So let's see. Let's see. Who do we have in here this morning? I don't want to see any slackers on the like button either. You guys are slacking right now. Let's see. We have Graham, Daily, Taylor, Rogue, Todd, Dr. Bob, Tej, John, Al, we've got Eddie, Kimberly, Reason, David, Zermaya, let's see, One of One, GC, Mo, Crayon, BM. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So, let's go through a couple of these Trump comments. There's a couple of kind of big picture things that I want to talk about with you guys as we get into market open. Trump on trade, Trump on Canada trade could just be a tariff, not negotiation. That's kind of why the market was moving around a little bit more aggressively here. He says he has the confines of a deal with China. He says most deals will be done by August 1st, which again is a positive development. We also have a 50-50 chance of making a deal with the EU. And that's kind of it for the Trump comments this morning here. So, who else we got? David, Real Chris, Romeo. Let's see, we've got R, we've got Hush Puppy, Francisco. Let's see, we got Fibonacci Lou. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Less trades, more ankles. There you go, David. What do I think of Starbucks? Let me take a look quick. AMD looking good this morning. No, there's nothing on Starbucks that you would want. And you got earnings coming up. Oh, this is the other thing too. All of you guys in LTMP, before you send a ticker in the live chat, or not in the live chat, in the Discord with us, make sure you're checking to see when the earnings are. Because like you guys keep asking me about Apple, and we did this with Tesla. It's like, guys, I don't want to keep saying the same thing over and over. It's like earnings are too close. So just make sure, again, on TradingView here, you can see it. It's right here. Shows you where the earnings are. So make sure you're just, because I don't want you guys to then, if I don't say anything, think, again, because the setup looks good, to then go for it right before an earnings. Just be careful with that. So, let's go through and kind of see how everything is looking in the pre-market here. Let's see how Sofi's doing. Flat, again, that's kind of what we would expect to see going into earnings there. Let's check on Neo. Neo, again, does kind of deserve to pull back a little bit here after this monster move from that 350 area all the way up over the 5s. Palantir, this one does look like it wants to get another break to the upside there. That could be fun. That could be fun. I don't know. I'm not going to trade it just because, again, like I've been talking about with Palantir, and especially when I was talking about this setup here, these moves into the highs are going to be very choppy, so it's going to be difficult to catch something clean with a short-term trade there. So just be careful with names like this. What else? Hims. You guys nailed that Hims move there. I mean, I gave you guys this breakout to the LTMP people at 53.24. That was another good one. But, guys, I mean, the best trades from this week were obviously Kohl's. Shout out to you guys that are in the LTMP group. I mean, 6,300% is no joke on a trade. Then what did we have next? D-Nut. That was another epic one I called out for you guys. I actually gave it to you guys for free on this stream, too. That was a 3,600% trade. Shout out to you, Kimberly, there for nailing that one. And then what else? I gave you guys AEO too, American Eagle. That one wasn't as crazy in terms of like percentages. I think it was like you guys hit it for 400%. Both DNUT and AEO I had shares on. So they weren't really anything that, I mean, they were still really good trades, but it wasn't like I'm going to come out and be like, look, thousands of percent. Like obviously the shares didn't move thousands of percent. So We'll see. BBAI. I can kind of go through everything that we talked about with BBAI here. I mean, this one, again, is not one that I really want to have much of a part in, but I did a few weeks ago at the end of June here. We were talking about this breakout above 440. If you caught that, great. If you didn't, don't chase it at the highs. Very simple. Very, very, very simple, guys. I would not be chasing these names at the highs. I saw somebody also asking me in like a comment yesterday. It's like, what do I think of Open Door? I don't think of Open Door anymore here. This is dead. This chart is done. I called the top in a Instagram and TikTok video for you guys when the stock was trading at, I think it was at like 460 or something. And you were down at one point over 50% from that peak. So all those meme stock moves are done. They've kind of run their course. They were very fun. Again, like I said on Twitter, it's like these are the types of weeks, guys, that can make your entire year. Like I posted it on Twitter, just like my percentage gains for the last month. I then showed the Discord, the 3-month one. I might post it, I might not. It's ridiculous. Like, it's really ridiculous. But this is what happens when you operate in the market the way we do. It's ridiculous. You bought BBI at 390? Nice. Nice. All right, so a couple of the names that I am interested in. Asan over here, I do like this one. So you guys that are not in the group are going to get a couple of freebies today. D-Nut got you a few new LTMP members. Yeah, I mean, guys, that's what we do all the time over here. I've been showing you guys over the last few weeks, and I keep saying, like, every single week, I'm just going to come on these streams and be like, hey, look, guys, we did it again. So we'll talk about LTMP in a little bit. You guys know the deal with it by now. I mean, 50% off your first month with code July. It's $1 a day. But we'll talk about that a little bit later. Asan, I like. If you can break above yesterday's high, I think that could be a very fun one. Nike's starting to set up over here, and I actually really like how Adobe's looking. The way that these charts set up like this, when you come off of these bases and they start flatlining, those are my favorite setups to trade just because they have so much meat on the bone. Like, I don't really like, if I were to pick, would I rather trade all-time high breakouts or something like this? Well, I'd rather trade something like this. You can also kind of see it in here. You've got a nice base. Again, I would have ideally wanted, if I was looking at this here, a couple more days of consolidation. But then look, you get this really, really nice sustained move to the upside because there's a lot more that this stock can do from those lower levels than up at those highs. Like, think about what we were talking about with Palantir. Like, those moves into the highs are going to get aggressively sold into because the stock is wildly overvalued. And as you continuously make these new highs, there's going to be more and more and more sellers coming in, starting to take profits, or these institutions rebalancing their portfolios. And in this case here, if you start to see these breaks to the upside, it's the exact opposite. It's people adding to the position because they're like, oh, the trend is shifting, you know? Doubled me up on the 3-month. Yeah, Matt, that's so good though. Being up over 100% in 3 months is really good. I mean, I can tell you what it is. I posted it to the Discord yesterday, and it was really just to show the new, like, you guys all know, when the market gets hot, we go crazy. And the vast majority of your gains for the year are going to come from a couple of time periods. And I mean, I just show you guys that all the time. So it was really just to kind of show the Discord, like, guys, this is what is possible, especially for the new members, if you just listen and don't try and make garlic cake. Just listen. It's very simple. So I think 3-month, well, I think the day has changed. So I think it's actually higher than what I posted for you guys. Let me see. Yeah, it is. So it's 213% in the last 3 months for me. Like, I mean, it sounds ridiculous, but when you think about the types of trades that we're taking, like the 600% Roblox, the multi-thousand percenters that I've handed out this week, like, you catch a few of those, I mean, you can really get going, and it just starts growing exponentially. But then, and this is something that we're gonna start having to deal with really this week, especially for those of you guys that have been on a massive run in the market with us, is, yeah, it's everybody can come in and nail the big, massive multi-hundred and multi-thousand% trades. But the most important thing is understanding how to keep it. It's capital preservation is the thing that I'm thinking about most in the market. Like, if I'm looking at all of these charts here, I'm always looking for reasons not to take the trade than reasons to take the trade. You looked at the Adobe chart you posted, but not sure what I should be looking at. Setting alerts first, finish half the curriculum. So if it's in the videos, let me know which. Well, so it's Adobe's a little different just because there's not a clean range yet. So for me, I just have a placeholder alert right now on Adobe over yesterday's high because you have one break to the upside. This is the break, like the breakout of the base, and then you have 2 days of consolidation. So ideally, I'd like 1 or 2 more days. But if it does break above this high here today, I mean, I'd maybe look for it. But really, it's just at the top side of the range. Thoughts on Donut? I can probably tell you. Is it moving? So here was what we did on Donut. So remember, we were talking about this name with all of you on the live stream on this day here. I think I gave this one to you guys in either the 360s or the 350s. Like right around that area. So congratulations to everybody that got this one. But once we saw, so I was on shares on this one. Once we saw this one ramping up in the after hours, like up 40% or whatever it was, I was selling. I treat that almost the same thing, James, as a gap up. Like you want to be selling gap ups, not buying them. Because look what happened. I mean, this is just another great example. Now, for everybody else with options, what was the plan? It was to try and get out of as many of them as you can at open, and that's where all those massive percentage gains came from. You should not be in this trade anymore. That's kind of the thoughts. You really should not be in this name at all anymore. So again, we've got 150 like goal on the stream today, guys. We're almost a third of the way there already. The market isn't even open yet. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. If you haven't hit the like button yet, make sure you guys do. CVX, I think we talked about that one that I don't like. Ooh, no, let's see. CVX. No, this is too rangy and earnings are coming up too quick. So again, remember guys, like I said before, on TradingView, it's going to show you when earnings are. Try to make sure that you're looking for when they are so that like I don't have to, I don't have to come in like every 10 seconds every day and be like earnings, Like you guys all have it on your chart. Like don't make me tell you, like it's right there. Like don't even mention Apple today, please. Don't even talk about Apple. It has earnings coming up, we don't go near it, Yeah, I mean, we talked about open. These are done. Like, these were quick flip trades. If you didn't, let me see. So I hope you guys really understand, like, I find stocks that are about to explode before they do, which then becomes an even more valuable skill for not only myself, but everybody in the LTMP community. When we start to see these like hype names start to fire off, that's how I was able to give you DINA at such low levels and also AEO. But if you're chasing these names to the upside, I don't know how to help you. Like I sit on these streams every single day and I'm like, guys, stop chasing. If a stock is up, and I made a YouTube or Instagram and TikTok video about open as well. It was trading over 450. And I was like, guys, I hate to say it this way, but hopefully it sticks in your minds better. Sometimes you got to say it crazy to make sure people understand. Buying stocks that are up to over 700% in a month is basically like self-electing to be last in line at a Bonnie Blue event. Don't do that. Like, because then you're thinking it's going to make an even larger move. And what I said in that video was you want to be looking for the parabolic short. Which again ended up playing out. The reason I wasn't really all that interested in this one is the risk to reward wasn't great and it wasn't gapping over the highs. Do you ever do post earnings recovery plays or only? Hey, new. This is ready. Garlic cake. Everything that you see in the videos is everything that I do. It's not anything else. If you don't know what that event is, don't look it up. Okay? So new, this is the thing, and especially for those of you guys that are new that are hopping in, when you're watching the videos, what you see is the only thing that you need. If you're gonna think like, oh, what about this? No, what about this? None of that. Well, I mean, Reaper, no, but like in the example, sure. It works one way, but not the other. In stocks, yes, you want to be first. All right, I hate saying it that way, but like I got to come up with a better like way to phrase that for you guys. But does that make sense, Nu? That's a good example of garlic cake, where I've given you, all right, ding, 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 market's open here, where I've given you the recipe to bake the cake, and then you're asking, oh, what about garlic powder? And I'm like, no, there's no garlic powder. No garlic powder at all, right? It's not that it's bad, it's just that you have to, like, you're gonna get yourself into trouble trying to, like, outsmart it. Because you're like, oh, well, I just want, because really what it comes from is people just wanting a new opportunity to take a trade. Remember, I'm never in a rush to do anything. You guys, I showed you my performance. 100% in the last month and over 213% in the last 3 months. I don't need to rush. All I'm looking for is very, very simple, high quality setups. That's it. And that's why everybody's able to have so much success. So, all right, ding, 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 market's open. Let's see, how is this reacting? It really isn't right now. ASON not doing anything. Where's Adobe? Nike's starting to set up here. Your AEO contract still up 337%. Nice. Where is AEO? Because this one actually has the potential to, like, actually move still. Of all of them, AEO actually could have a sustained move here. Like, D-Nut's not going to. Open's not going to. What is the other one? Kohl's was definitely not going to, but this one actually can. Yeah, Nike, I really like how this looks here. T-Mobile, there's nothing you want on T-Mobile. Don't be garlic caking. No garlic cake, guys. So for those of you guys that are confused about what garlic cake is, like the way I tweeted this yesterday, what we do in the market is very simple. Once you go through the course curriculum videos, when you hop into the group, you're gonna be like, oh, it's really that simple? Yes. But then some people in their minds, they're like, oh, what about this? And I'm like, what that basically is to me is like think about it from my perspective. If I give you the instructions and the recipe to bake a cake, and then you're baking the cake, you're starting to get going, you're doing really well, and then you look up and then you go, hey, when am I putting garlic powder in the cake? I'm gonna look at you like you have 4 heads. I'm like, does it say garlic powder in the thing? No. So don't ask about garlic powder, you know? Does that make sense? I hope that's why I say garlic powder or garlic cake. Deck took off. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, this is these chains on the ones that you guys were hunting for this morning. They're not like widely traded names, so like these aren't ones that you really want to be going for. Matt, yeah, I mean that'll be fun. Because like also like what I'm showing you guys on these trade setups and everything else is like, in everything else that we do is directly from those videos. So if you want to do, like, in everybody else's, you see those big 1000% gainers, that's what they're doing too. Don't put garlic cake in it, or garlic powder in it. I don't know why you would want to do that. Again, if you want to have different results than everybody else, you have to think and act differently than they do. And you don't have to think that differently. All right. I love how Nike is setting up here, guys. Really, really, really big fan. Really big fan of this. ASON I'm a big fan of. Adobe. Yeah, it's got a hold here, but this could be a really fun one for next week. Rivian, let's take a look. It's getting there. It's a decent setup. I see what you're looking at, but it has earnings too close. But yeah, I mean, we can talk about it now. You guys that haven't hopped into LTMP yet, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know how many more of these multi-1000% trades that you guys need to see me call right in front of you, but here's the link to it. Use code July. That'll give you that'll give you your first month for $1. If you have any questions about the group, just ask. More than happy to answer. Palo. No, I wanted to see a better range on this one. This wasn't a little bit wonky in here. I'm not looking at that. I'd rather wait for something like a Nike, an ASON, or an Adobe to set up. Those are the main 3 that I like. And then we also have, like, I haven't looked at these yet, but that's a little bit of a larger range. Little bit of a larger range on that one, so I'm not the biggest fan. What else did we have? You guys are going to get some freebies here today of some stocks to look at. Yeah, well, I said that too in the watch list. Like on Palo Alto, I need a cleaner range. That's not clean enough for me. Nike's setting up really well. JD, if it's holding, yeah, it's not. So that's not going to, it needs to hold the 10 here and form a tighter range. Those can get wild, though. I mean, JD's under the 200 there. I'm not really the biggest fan of that. So we'll see. HNST post earnings. Guys, you're bringing up stocks that like aren't really widely traded, and no. This didn't have enough of a gap, and no, it's not. Earnings are on Wednesday. So that's the other thing too with the post earnings. It's like we typically want to be doing them on the names that are very widely traded that we all know. Like think about the best ones that we've ever had. It's on like Oracle, Google, like all of the big names. You go for something like DEC, like yeah, it might work, but the chains are going to be really stupid. So I'd be leaving those alone. So market's moving up here a little bit. Where's my baby? Looking good. Where's Facebook? Nothing. Where's Neo? Yeah, Neo, I'd be perfectly fine if this thing just let the 10 EMA catch up and just let this flatline for a little bit for additional news on how the rollout of these Onvo L90s actually go. So again, remember, Neo had some issues in the past when they were releasing, or Onvo did, when they were getting these vehicles out to their customers. So hopefully they've solved some of those issues. Oscar. I'll tell you when it's safe to buy this one. I'm not really a big fan of like insurance either. So I don't like UNH. But I did tell everybody that this is not a buy up in these levels yet again. So pay attention to pay premium. Nike is not a today name. But yes, it's this right here. 77.75? 77.55. Yeah, right around there. So if you get 1 or 2 more days on Nike, like that's what I'm looking for. On Fridays, typically, it's like I'm going to be looking for stuff for next week. It's true, not sure what else SCV could show or even the group. If you can watch the videos on the curriculum and ask questions, you can't fail unless you go off the rails for nonsense. That's true, Kimberly. But yeah, again, I make it very accessible for you guys to hop in. But again, in September, prices are going to be going up. If you want to lock in the lower rate, make sure you get in before then with us. ASON looks good. What else do you want to? Target looking better. I'm not touching it, but is it? See, break, fail. Let's see. Where's I think Novo got some good news today. What's it doing? Nothing. Right up at 71. That's fine. That's still looking good. That actually might set up in there, and that would be interesting. OKLO. Maybe, I mean, this is like the very, very, very start of a potential setup for you in here. It's the start. Also, we got a lot of you guys in here that haven't hit the like button yet. We got a 150 like goal on the stream. That'd be really cool to hit on Friday, especially after the absolutely ridiculous week that we've had for everybody. I mean, I can just go look in community gains here really quick and see what we've got. Let's see. 2,575% on D-Nut. What else we got in here? 1,694% D-Nut, 1,400% D-Nut. There you go, 47% shares on D-Nut. Yeah, the D-Nut ones were dirty. 3,600% on D-Nut. I mean, guys, you guys aren't going to see these types of gains anywhere else. Anywhere else. Could consolidate where it's at. Yeah, I mean, it is healthcare, so it can kind of do whatever it wants. So, we'll see. And then for those of you guys that are maybe watching one of these streams for the first time, I do live streams publicly for you guys every day at 10:30. That's Eastern time, so make sure you guys have notifications turned on for the channel. Fridays, though, is public live day, so we get to come on and have some fun with you guys in here. So we'll see what we get. What are yields doing? I'm a fan of that. I think the dollar's fish hooking back up a little. Yeah, until the dollar gets above 100, I'd still kind of say foreign investors are looking at this market in disbelief that it's still cruising through these highs. But we have to realize, like, there is more firepower that is not in U.S. markets right now that can come in and start pushing it higher. Like, there was the levels of concentration of foreign investors in U.S. markets was at the highest levels ever in 2024, and they left in 2025 in the first quarter. You think they're not going to come back? At some point they will. That concept of Tina is going to rear its ugly head. Pizza, is it nuking? Yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. I'm not taking that, mainly because you do have buyout stuff. And with the market where it is, trending higher, I'm not going to be looking for downside setups. FLS? I don't know what this is. This? Flowserve? Oh, that's actually a good setup. But again, guys, like I've said, please just look on TradingView where this little E is. This is not a name that you want to go near, even though the setup looks good, because earnings are coming up too quick. Where else can they go? Exactly. That's the point. So at some point, they are going to have to chase this market higher. And it's probably, I would say, so the first thing that I said was once the market breaks all-time highs, you're probably going to see some strength in the dollar, because some of that foreign money is going to start trickling back in. And overall, like, institutional positioning is going to start from being way underweight U.S. equities to starting to get a little bit more normal weight or overweight. We did start to see that, but then once we saw a little bit more like volatility with Powell and all of that other stuff, because that is going to weigh on the dollar as well. Like if Trump is like that, also those videos yesterday were hilarious. If Trump is looking to put in a really dovish Fed chair, obviously that's going to weigh down on the dollar. So there are a lot of different factors. Captain, what's up, man? How you doing? Good to see you back. Yeah, I mean, if you want to come in and make some serious money in the market, I mean, you know where to go. LTMP, man. I mean, finding stocks that are about to explode before they... Cisco, I think I still like. And then, it's okay. COHR. That looks good. I like that a lot. Oh, I know who's in this one, too. I actually would trade this. This is an interesting one. HPE. They were in it a lot lower, though. That's a good one, too. Peng. Looks good. Cores. Forex setup? Dude, what are we doing here, Alfie? The Swiss franc, Japanese yen. That does look good. What about USD JPY? That's the only one I really care about. The yen. The yen's fine. The yen hasn't really done anything. I see people now still like talking about like Japan on Twitter, and it's like, guys, like it's like how people like would still talk about AMC after I was like, guys, it's done. It's the same thing. Like this, unless you see some really like craziness with Japan and interest rates, it's fine. Anybody that's like, I think Michael Guyette is still talking about it, and it's like, there's not really a significant risk to U.S. markets based on the yen right now. There was last year when I called it. I was like, uh-oh, guys, this is not going to be good. They're going to unwind the carry trade. We were talking about that for months. And then, boom, August. Which technically, seasonally, I think August isn't a great month for markets. But, like, I'm not the biggest fan of seasonality. I know a lot of people are. I'm just not. The reason is like, the variables are so... RGTI, I know, looks good. The variables are always different every single year, so it's like... And you don't have... You never have enough data points to have, like, a statistically significant, like, idea of what's going to happen. So I would rather just look at the board in front of me and just say, okay, what's the most next likely thing to happen, you know? Not like, ooh, because it did this 3 out of the last 10 years, it's probably going to do it this time. Like, that I don't think is the most well-informed way to be operating in the market. Let's see here. Where's Adobe? It's holding that 10. I really like that. So that's going to be a potentially very fun one. So those are my top 3. I know we're going to talk about other tickers, but Adobe, ASON, and Nike are going to be my top 3 going into next week. But with that being said, we do have FOMC and the trade deadline. So even if I touch anything, I'm going to be very cautious. Very cautious. L and Rum look good. Estee Lauder, it looks okay. Rumble might be a fun one. Rumble, too wonky for me. Too rangy up there for me. But yeah, make sure you guys are taking advantage of that 50% off your first month deal to the group. Again, I don't know how many more times you guys are going to sit around and just watch me call out the filthiest trades in the market. I'm just going to keep doing it. I told everybody last week on this Friday stream, I was like, guys, there's going to be a time next week that I'm going to come on these streams and I'm going to show you guys probably some of the most disgusting trades that you have ever seen. You can go back to the stream and listen to me say it. And then what happened this week? Kohl's, 6,300% for group members. Then I gave you guys D-Nut for free on this stream. If you didn't hit that one, it was right in front of you on the stream. That was 3,600%. Then the AEO, which I think you guys hit that one for almost 700% too. Then last week was Roblox, 600%. Like, I'm just going to keep doing this for everybody. I don't like UNH. Not a fan of UNH. People are talking about UNH like, oh, insiders are buying. They're doing this. There's the fair values up here. I'm not very bullish on the insurance sector. I'm just not. I don't think the premiums are going to be going up. Like, there comes a point where, like, it's going to be very difficult for those people to make more and more and more money and continue growing. Can I look at AMD? I mean, I know what it's doing, but there's no trade on it. 860 Mo. From Connecticut, man? I mean, I can pull it up, but there's nothing to do on this. Earnings coming up. Remember, I own AMD at $11.39, so, like, I'm very happy that it's... AMD might... if this thing gets a nice burst, this could very easily become my #1 holding again. Right now, it's Facebook, but they're close. Thoughts on Palantir? Oh, there it goes. I mean, what did we talk about at the beginning of the stream, guys? The all-time high break there. There you go. I showed a friend our returns. He's going to join next week. He's never traded before. That's the best thing. I mean, I have, what I would say is I don't want to call it foolproof because there's some stupid people out there, but like, I have probably the best system to take somebody from knowing nothing about trading in the market to actually having a fighting chance. I would say within 2 weeks. Like, I think, like, we had a bunch of new people. Like, Sammy is such a good example of a new member of the group. Like, he comes in, he watches the videos, asks a couple of questions, and nails, like, 5 multi-100% trades within his first 2 weeks. It's epic. That could be you guys. I mean, I've been saying it a lot. Everybody can do this. It's not difficult. Everybody loves to overcomplicate the market and try to outsmart it and do things that just don't have an edge, like people trying to go scalp for pennies day trading. I don't know why you would want to do that when I'm showing you guys you could just go make multi-hundreds and multi-thousands of % on a couple of trades. I don't get it. More money for us. It actually is pretty mind-boggling that more people don't trade the way we do. It's very... Sammy! There he is! Yeah, and then there's going to be days where I don't do anything. There might be weeks where I don't do anything. But it doesn't matter. I'm just looking for high quality. That's it. This is the other good way to think about it, too. Like, you guys saw in the beginning of the week, I think it was Apple and DraftKings. Both, I think, well, Apple was break even, but DraftKings was a little paper cut. Maybe that position was down. I don't know. Let's say at a maximum 10%. I don't think it was. I think it was maybe 5 or 6. Okay. So if I'm taking, even if the loss was 20% on the losers on the trades, and I go out and every single trade that I outlined for you guys has the potential to run multi-hundred and multi-thousands of %, I don't care about the outcome of one individual trade because I just need one. And they all have the potential to do it. That's why when the market starts getting hot like this, I can show you guys, oh, up 100% in a month or 213% in the last 3 months. That's what trading is. It's not like people think of consistency in trading like, oh, I'm trying to make $1,000 a day. Trading is not a fixed income instrument. If you want fixed income, go buy bonds. Hi, Vix. What's up, Striker? How you doing, man? Ooh, guys, we are 19 likes away from 100. We actually might hit the 150 like threshold today. We might do it. We might do it. Everybody that hasn't hit it yet, if you guys are enjoying the stream, make sure you guys do that. It helps spread these out for these streams out, and it makes it easier for you guys to find the streams again too. But I do these at 10:30 every day. Let's see, what else are we looking at here? I want to check back in on Adobe, Nike, and I mean, that's fine. I'd like Adobe to hold here. Where is Asan? Ason's got a hold here too. And then Nike, I want to see hold up. Yeah, that's fine. Give Nike a few days. This is looking really nasty. Not doing anything is certainly key to LTMP. You do crosswords and have noticed a difference? Yeah. Oh, options. Dude, if I was up 100% in a month on the position trading account or that account, that would be ridiculous. That would be really crazy. And then it's like 213% in the last 3 months. I don't know, man. Maybe we're onto something over here in LTMP. Maybe after all these 1,000%ers you guys see, or the multi-100%ers, maybe I do have the best system in the market. Maybe I do. You really didn't buy Target? I'm not buying Target, man. You can't, and the other thing is too, like, you can't rush me. Like, if I don't see setups, I'm not gonna touch them. Get used to it. That's the market. You should be bored. I'm not here to make you guys feel excited. I'm just not. I'm here to make everybody money. How do we make money? We're just waiting around for the most high quality setups to fire off. That's it. Can I ask about a crypto setup? Sure. SHX USD. Yeah. I'd like to actually look at crypto right now too. No, it's too wonky. But this right here, Garrett. When the crypto's set up, guys, they are some of the best trades because they break and they just go literally vertical. It's so much fun. But let's check in on Bitcoin and some of these other ones. See how there it goes. There it goes. Am I streaming every day? I stream every day publicly at 10:30 a.m. Eastern for you guys for free. But I'm live every day at 9:15 to about 10:05, 10:10 for the Discord, and we're like, it's more trading stuff. Like this, we're gonna talk more broad market stuff, but on those streams, it's more trading. But yeah, I wouldn't be looking at the alts right now. Well, I mean, you could see that rotation, but what were we talking about with Bitcoin this week? I think it was Mr. Chills. I don't know if he's in here right now. He might be. But Bitcoin over the last few days here has been setting up a pretty nice short-term bullish setup here. But again, it doesn't mean that it's going to fire off to the upside, and it also doesn't mean that we have to trade it. We're just looking at it. If it were to have broken 120,954, all right, then you can get interested in some Bitcoin boosts to the upside, but you never did. And then what was I talking about before? If you break, I think it was 116,212. This is what we were talking about on the stream yesterday. You might get that pushed down to 112, which you almost got there. I mean, you were $2,800 away on Bitcoin there from touching that level. It is getting bought back up right now, but if you close down below a couple of these levels here, you're probably going to see Bitcoin pull back a little. Maybe like 110, 100, something like that. Crypto setups are so clean. Yeah. Remember when Tor hit like the 1 to 48 risk to reward on Dogecoin? I outlined that one for everybody, and people started coming into the market chat. Oh, that's nice. You wouldn't buy this here, but that's a nice break of 51 cents. People were like, everybody started screaming in market chat. They were like, guys, you need to start paying attention to the crypto setups too, because like I'm up 1 to 51 risk to reward. It's nasty. I seriously don't know why more people don't operate in the market like we do. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. You're like, why? The most common thing that I hear from every new person that hops in is, I literally don't know why I wasn't doing this before, like all along. They're like, it's so much simpler. I'm like, I know. I don't know what I try to show you all the time. Like, Nike looks good. LTMP, man. Less trades, more profits. That's what it's all about. Yeah, we got a lot of you guys in the stream today. Welcome, everybody. It's good to see all you guys back in here. But yeah, make sure you guys have notifications turned on for the channel. I'll probably get a YouTube video out for you guys tomorrow. And then every day at 10:30, I'm live. So if you guys want to come to those lives, make sure you guys do. It's fun. We have a good time on those. It's like these every single day. What are yields doing? Oh, next week we're going to have a lot of fun on the streams because we'll stream Powell on Wednesday. So there may not be, next Wednesday, there may not be a public stream at 10:30 just because I'm going to go live for Powell at like 1:30. And we're not going to be trading anything that day anyway, unless we're trimming positions that we enter Monday, Tuesday. Thanks for sharing. That looks good. I mean, that was Mr. K. That was a good breakout above that 51 area. That was very good. Yeah, I know a lot of you guys are probably, like, you guys saw what we did this week with D-Nut, AEO, and Kohl's. I mean, I could look for more, but the meme stuff is done. So this is, I had such an interesting thought yesterday too. It's like, people, when I say like these are the kinds of weeks that like you need to be prepared for in order to just like make your whole year in the market, like a lot of it is like, it's still that same chasing mentality, because like you guys could have all been in the group over the last like what month when I was calling out these like other pretty epic trades, and then prepared yourself for this week right here. Now that you guys have already seen how nasty this is, now everybody's coming in and it's like, well, I'm gonna keep giving you guys dirty setups, but they're probably not gonna be like D-Nut or AEO or Kohl's. They might be, who knows? I mean, we still have post earnings that are gonna be nasty, and we usually catch a couple 1,000%ers doing that. But yeah, we're gonna go longer today on the stream too. It's public live day. EU may have to buy down their tariffs. Macron on okay, that's not relevant to us. China, Japan dominated because of weak currencies. Lower dollar makes the tariffs worth more. Trump, I have nothing to do with Epstein. Wait, he just wait. What was this? Trump have the right to take over DC. All right, man. All right, guys, let's relax. Nvidia looking like it could hit all-time highs. Is Nvidia moving? I think it is at all-time highs. I think it is at all-time highs. Where's Amanda over here? Oh, AMD looking good. So AMD right now is at one of the levels last year, right around here, where I was trimming. Mainly because one of the reasons, guys, I was trimming AMD last year, especially on this big move to the upside, over 200, selling the covered calls, trimming the position, it was just getting so overweight in my account. Like, it was ridiculous. Because remember, I own it at $11.39. So like having it trade above 200 is a massive return. That becomes very overweight in the portfolio. And I'm like, I'm fine with being concentrated because I'm young, but like not that concentrated. Like give me somebody, because then I can roll some of those profits into other names that I really like. Like, think about when AMD was doing this up here. It was March of 2024. Well, what did I give you guys in July? Think about that. What did I give you guys in July? SoFi at 655. And then also around that time was Philip Morris at 95. Oh, that actually might have been March. And then Yin at 20. So the other part of the group too, guys, is that whole less trades, more profits methodology also applies to like the way that I invest long term. I will have probably every single year between 5 and 10 very, very high quality ideas that when you look back 1, 2, 3 years down the road, they're complete no-brainers, and I hammer them. That's what I do. I'm not looking to buy a lot of everything. That's not what I'm looking to do. I think people that are going out and dollar cost averaging into individual names and all these other things, I think they're making the wrong choice. I don't think that that's a really smart thing to do. I think dollar cost averaging into the indexes and the ETFs like that, like SPYs, very smart thing to do. But individual names, I think that's pretty stupid. Because like, think about it like this. Like if HIMS is a great example. I was talking about HIMS down in here, but it wasn't 27. It was like 30 to 31 with everybody. And I outlined this as, all right, this is a pretty good spot to be longing HIMS if you want it. And then like we were talking about before with chasing, everybody and their mother started talking about like in the live chat, should I buy HIMS up here? Should I buy HIMS up here? And to me, in bringing this back to the dollar cost averaging stuff, it's like, if I like it at 30 to 31, I'm going to buy it there. I'm not going to wait and just buy it all the way up. You know? Like, why would I do that? Like, if I like the stock at 30 to 31 and we are tying in everything, so I have like a 3-pillared approach. It's macro, fundamentals, and then the chart for the entry. So if I like it there, I'm going to like it a lot less at 60, at like 100% higher, you know? Now, I did say, too, in this area here, I was like, well, it's not the best time to buy. The best time to buy was when I told everybody about it before, but this wasn't that bad on that break of 53.20 something. So congratulations to those of you guys that hit that one too. I could do this all day, like just going through some of these and showing you guys some of the epic moves. Not LTMP gains, but NVIDIA long shares are up 824%. Nice. Nice. That's great. Let's see here. Yeah, so there's going to be no break today. We'll probably go to like 11, 11:30 on the stream here. Keep it going, watch the market. And again, also, you guys have any questions on anything, whether it be what you get in the group, trading in general, investing, any individual tickers, macro that you want to talk about, that's what I'm here for. That's what I do these streams for. There is so much nonsense out there in the financial space on social media, and the whole reason I started this channel in the first place was to give you guys a place to come and actually like understand what's going on. Like literally the reason I started this YouTube channel is I watched YouTube videos and I was like, oh my god, these people have no idea what they're talking about. How are people listening to this and these have like tens of thousands of views? I was like, oh my god, everybody's gonna lose. Let's see. UB says, wish I joined LTMP earlier. Missed out on some big ones, but I'm excited for what's to come. Oh, yeah. UB, there's going to be many, many, many more epic trades. So I'll throw that link in the live chat here for you guys, too. But make sure you use code July so you can get your first month for $1 a day. It's 50% off for your first month. T-Mobile wants it. MO, garlic cake, buddy. Garlic cake. What is there to do on T-Mobile here on day 2? Nothing. Nothing. Yeah, I mean, my AMD shares are definitely up over 1,000%. I just don't know. Maybe it's like 1,300%, something like that here. And I did say, too, that in June, I was like, when the covered calls expired, I was like, I might sell some more AMD, but now I don't. I'm not going to. I'm going to leave that. If it goes to like 500, I'll probably trim a little bit more. But I'm fine with leaving that one, especially with like just the potential for AI and all of these semiconductors in the future with AMD being a big player. You did the reverse of earnings method on Intel. I know it's incorrect. If you guys start doing that stuff, I will literally kick you out of the Discord. I swear to God, I will kick you out. This is not a game. Everything that you see in the videos and everything is designed and shown and showcased to you for a reason. Please don't be doing that type of stuff, man. You're just garlic caking. Oh my God, we are 1 like away from 100. Guys, we're 2/3 of the way there from the 150 like goal. We might hit it today. But yeah, it doesn't look like any of the names that I'm very interested in are going to fire off today. Adobe, I still really like. It's pulling back above the 10. That's fun. Asun, how's that doing? Man, it's still above the 10. That's fine. And then Nike, I want to see this thing convert. Yeah. Yeah, these 3 could be very, very, very fun, guys. Those are my top 3. Those are the top 3. Almost 50% on AMD shares from June 3rd. Yep, that was a good one, too. Was that the trend shift from like 97? June 3rd. Oh, no. You're close. Oh, this break? Yeah, that's fine. Somebody asked me on Twitter, like, what were my thoughts on, like, AMD? Where was the smart time to buy? I mean, I outlined this zone for you guys, this, like, area from 2023 as the bottom. It ended up just triggering into this area and then bouncing quick. Got a little retest. Then you got this confirmed trend shift right up here around 100. That would have been a good time to start buying. I wouldn't blindly buy down here, but on the confirmed trend shift, yeah, that was a good spot. Oracle. When's Oracle's earnings? When's their earnings? Are we gonna do it again? It does look good. Oh, dude, this is just a little extended. This was part of like the end of last earnings season where we had 3 in a row. We had Dollar General 750%. We had Zscaler 800%, and then the Oracle one was massive for everybody. Because the reason why, guys, everybody nailed Oracle is because I'll show you. Where is it? Is because of last year. This one. September of last year, this move on post earnings was 6,000% for everybody on the post earning strategy. So when we saw it do it again off of earnings there, everybody took this one and was just making so much money. Like, this one ended up peaking at 1,500%. And then I ended up ditching the rest of the position at 1,200%. That was a good one. And I know a lot of you guys hit that one nicely too. So, oh wait, when is it? Oh, it's September again? All right, we're going to have to wait a little bit for Oracle. But think about this. Earnings season, guys, starts really this week, July, and extends all the way into September. Like, that's kind of the end of earnings season there. And then you get a couple of weeks of a break, and then it fires back off of again. Because, like, look. Yeah, it looks good. It's a little extended. I probably wouldn't go near this one. 211% on AMDL shares. Nice. Yeah, you guys are really liking a lot of those levered ETFs. Those are interesting. The things that I don't quite understand, and it's not that I don't understand it. It's like, I think the risk-adjusted returns are worse on, like, the names that are, like, creating these crypto treasuries. Pretty sure Oracle is the one you're kicking. What do you mean? Like, I think if you're bullish on the cryptos, just buy the crypto. Like, you at that point you almost own something. You chickened out around 600 to 700%. Oh, boo-hoo, my name's Matt, and I only made 600 to 700% on one of SCV's trades. Oh, sorry. Aw, I'm Matt. I only made 7 times my money. Guys, those are the types of jokes we make around here because it's just so stupid how these, like, trades go crazy for us all the time. It's great. I can't wait, especially for all of you new people hopping in, to, like, finally see the light and be like, oh my god, this is going to be so much fun. It's great. I'm so excited for all of you new people that are hopping in, and especially today too. First step, go through the learning curriculum videos. It's right there for you. If you have questions, just ask. I'll be around. And then we're going to be good to go next week. Next week's going to be a little funky with FOMC, but it's going to be good. Aw, my name's Matt. I only made 700% on an STV post-earnings trade. Dude, it's like who hit the 6,300% Ethan? Oh, I'm Ethan. I made 6,300% on Kohl's and only made 1,000% on Krispy Kreme. Oh, poor you, Chipotle. No, I don't really want. I mean, all right. Here's the problem with this. This is when you have these big gap downs on earnings. I typically don't want to really be touching them. This is also a reason why you don't trade the earnings strategy the other way, because you're gonna have dip buyers coming in. What I will say though is this is not actionable. Do not buy Chipotle based off of this, please, please. That new Tunny Chipotle chicken is like fire. It's so good. I think that alone should add a bunch to their market cap. It is so good. The ranch, The Tunny Chipotle chicken is epic. Before I buy into the learning curriculum, how long would you say it takes to go through it? I can tell you right now. The Swing King scores does not take very long to go through. Oh wait, I can't actually tell you. I thought it showed me how much time. It doesn't take long. It will maybe take you 2 hours. That's it. You're excited for Sofi earnings. You were gonna buy, but then you watched your video and decided not to. Well, here's the thing, UB. There were 2 instances in the last year where I outlined that it was a smart decision to buy Sofi. One of them where it was 655, which is where all of the LTMP group was able to get this one. So it was this day actually that I was buying this. I know the day. It was Wednesday, July. I'm pretty sure. Like, I know it was around here, and then we had earnings, and I was hoping it was going to drop more. And then when you throw Sofi on the weekly, we were talking about this a lot, this weekly breakout over 1360. Those were the 2 instances up here. Like, think about it like we were talking about with hymns. If I like it down here at 1360, I like it a lot less at 21. 3 hours? Yeah, to go through it seriously, only a couple hours. Yeah. It really doesn't take long. But you should go back. Yeah, you should watch it a few times because you're going to pick up new things, but it's not complicated, guys. You're going to go through it and you're going to be like, oh, SCV talks about all this complicated market stuff on the stream. It must be complicated, right? I swear to God, guys, I could teach a 4-year-old this stuff. I literally could. I should do that. I should find a 4-year-old and be like, we're going to teach you to trade. Or 4 might be a little young. That's a little bit pushing it. But like at least a 10-year-old, I could definitely teach how to do this. It's not hard. It's just pattern recognition. I'll tell you guys right now, the reason why it's so simple is that when stocks are about to make massive moves, like 80% of the time, they all look the same. They all look the exact same. Sometimes there's slight differences in them, which is why sometimes I'll be like, it kind of looks good, it kind of looks bad. But most of the time, they look the exact same. SCV's 4-year-old will learn it. I don't have a 4-year-old. Wasn't there an account a while ago that was like SCV's kid or something? We had I forgot about that. Back when I was in college and then everybody still liked me before I told them that their favorite stock was going to go into the gutter. We had a lot of those funny accounts. Datadogs next week. Did that break out? Because it looked good. Oh yeah, that looked good from yesterday. Do you see difference of hitting all-time high in after hours compared to regular trading? What do you mean? Like difference in what? Yeah, I think one of the best things about this group too is a lot of the time it's funny that like a lot of the group members will come in and be like, dude, SCV, look at this trade that I took. It's up 500%. And I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. I'm very happy. The whole goal of the group, the entire goal of the group is to make you guys self-sufficient and to understand the market and be able to do it with yourself. Do it for you don't want to be doing it with yourself. I mean, you could if you want to, but like doing it for yourself. But also at the same time, freaking tell me the setup, man. Like, I taught you it. Like, tell me the stock. I'm going to find all of them, but like, tell me. I want to trade it. Like, what are you gatekeeping for me for? Why are you gatekeeping from me? Yeah, I'm happy you made 500% and using the concepts that I teach all the time. But like, hey man, I'm here too. Tell me, I'm gonna trade it. Like, those are always fun. Forgot about your kid. I don't have a kid. It's impossible. Well, it's not impossible. Lizard Prince. Yeah, I know. I'm never going to beat the lizard allegation. You guys do see me call some crazy stuff. Oh my God, look at this. Imagine trying to day trade this nonsense today when we can just sit here, do nothing, and wait for the best setups to form in the market and then sling them and then make multi-100 and multi-1,000%. Guys, YouTube literally demonetized me. These streams don't make me money. I do these for you guys. Like, they demonetized me for talking about all the 1,000% gains. They were like, unrealistic, and I was like, I tweeted at them. I was like, hey guys, you should, just because you can't do it doesn't mean that I'm not handing them out all the time. Given volume variation, is it better to hit one or the other? No, it's not. It's not like no. I also, this is the other thing too about volume. I think I talk about this in the course videos. It's like the volume decline is nice, but like most of the time, which is why we do the streams at like market open in the first hour of the day. Boom, signed up. Welcome, Jesse, everybody. Give Jesse a nice warm welcome when you see him pop into the chat here. Jesse, once I see you in there, just, again, you got to connect to your Discord account, to your WAP account, and then you'll get let right in, and then I'll direct you to the start here area, and then you're going to be good to go, man. But here's the crayon. Here's the thing about volume. It's like, people love to say it's like a leading indicator, but it's not, especially on daily time frames. It's not leading because, like, imagine a stock breaks out at 9:45 a.m. and you've got a volume decline before. You're not going to see volume on the chart. You're just not going to see it. There's not enough time in the day, enough time to be trading to see high volume. So it's not really something that I ever look at. It really isn't. Matt Carroll says, smart, welcome to the show. Yeah, that was probably, Jesse, that was probably the smartest decision that you've made in the last, or all year, I would probably say. Then we're going to make more smart decisions in the market. I have a feeling, though, we got a lot of you new people in there. I have a feeling that you guys are going to make my brain bleed a little bit, and I'm just going to keep saying garlic cake, but that's fine. If I can get a lot of you guys just like listening and making sure that you're following the simple set of rules that we have, when these trades fire off, you're going to see your first, like the first one that really hits for you, you're going to be like, oh my God. It feels like magic because you hit the level you enter and sometimes they just go boom and rip, especially post earnings. If you hit a good level on post earnings, like sometimes they chop around for like 5-10 minutes and then they just take off. And you're just riding the lightning. I mean, we can, Dina, I mean, this one was on the watch list for you guys on the 348, 347 break. That was a great one. I was selling about 5. That was great. And then AEO. Where is AEO today? I'm actually curious about that. Yeah, so, dude, if you guys are still in AEO, this is the only one, especially if you have shares or leaps on AEO, out of everything that fired off this week. Like, I'm not saying it's going to. Just to put it out, I'm not saying that this is going to happen, but out of DNUT, Open, Kohl's, GoPro, out of all of the names that fired off this week, American Eagle is the only one that has actually the ability to have a sustained move to the upside. It has the potential to do it. Matt says you'll probably panic sell the first few because you'll feel like the market just gave you a gift. Yeah. Haven't heard the speak lately. How do you feel about Apex's 90% off sale going on right now? If you want 90% off Apex and you want to give me $2 or something, use code VIX. So, I mean, I can get the link for you guys. I think I have it in here somewhere. I don't know. Just use code VIX. You guys will be fine if you want Apex accounts. Running now to the 29th. Reaper, did you use code VIX? I haven't even looked at that in forever. Yeah, if you want Apex accounts. I mean, 90% off is the time to buy them. Yeah, somebody's going in there using code VIX. But yeah, actually, I think I have the link in here. Oh, I do. Here it is. Here it is. Yeah, so this is the link to the Apex 80 or 90% off sale. Just use code VIX, you'll get 90% off. Or don't. I don't really care. Like, I'd rather you guys be focusing on swing trading, but I can lead you to the water, but I can't make you drink. If you want some Apex accounts, you want to screw around with them, go for it. But that's the link there if you want it. All right, team. Interesting day so far. Nothing happening in the broad market here. There's not really a whole lot coming through the news feed that I've seen. I can kind of check back in on it, but I haven't really seen anything. 17 minutes ago, Trump would use tariff money for rebates to Americans. It's interesting. EU has a pretty good chance of making a deal. That's pretty positive. All right, guys. We are 41 likes away from the 150 like goal. We might do it. We might do it today. We're very close. I want to check back in on some of the names that I'm very interested in. Adobe. I like how that's holding the 10 there. That's what we need to see going into the end of the week. Nike. That's still looking good. And then what was the other one? ASON. I think that one still looks fine. So those are my top 3. You guys that are out in the public right now, you're getting freebies. Those are my top 3 going into next week. Now, when I go through the scan this weekend, I'm probably going to find a lot more really good ones. So again, for those of you guys that are hopping into the group, 1, smart choice. 2, the watch list comes out on Sundays. It's usually around noon, 2 o'clock, depending on what time I'm up and going through it. Oh, I also have an interesting theory. Wine is fake. Wine is not real. Last night, I probably should have... See, I'm bad at social media. Hold on. I just don't like we went out to like my roof deck that looks really sick, and like we're grilling, and I had a bunch of people out there, and I bought a bunch of like ribeyes, burgers, and hot dog, and we just like hung out and had a good time last night. But like I was drinking wine, and I was like, you probably see it on like my lips too, like it was purple. But I was going, this just might be, I've always had this skill, but like this just might, I was like drinking it, and then I was like, wait, this thing's almost gone, and I feel fun. I was like, what? Is this just like non-alcoholic wine? That's my new tinfoil hat theory. Wine is fake. It was also National Tequila Day yesterday, and I had no tequila. But yeah, Jesse, welcome to the group. I just saw you hop in there. That's awesome. We're gonna get you going with us. For an extra $1, I can log into other accounts to like. No, I want to hit it, and I don't want you guys to do that. I want to actually hit 150. Yeah. It's called grape juice? Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I just like tequila, so it's people think I'm weird for it. It's not. It's not weird. Give me iced tequila, no lime, I'm good. Can you give us a heads up when you go to another Red Sox game? We'd love to meet up. Yeah, sure. Sure. I don't go very often. I've been to one this year. It's awesome though. I love Fenway. It's like Boston, people complain about it. People also complain about the place that like I live. And I'm like, I don't know why, like, I know why they complain about it, but it's like, they're just like hating on it. They're like, dude, it's just silly. People shouldn't be doing that. And I'm like, dude, I just like living here, man. I like living on the water. It's nice. Just because you guys can't live here, it's okay. I mean, I'm not being an a-hole about it. I just like living here. I don't know. But I see it on TikTok. People are always like, this place. But when you go to Fenway, though, it never changes. Which is awesome. Like, yeah, some things get updated a little bit, but like you're at Fenway, it's still Fenway. The one thing I didn't like, but I also did at the same time, was like the kiosks to like buy stuff. Like they have like all like the hot dogs and stuff like out, and then you go and you just put it on this thing and then you pay. But like to me, I thought it would have been way cooler because I brought a bunch of like cash to go like buy a bunch of hot dogs. Yeah, Garrett, within 5 minutes of being there, I had inhaled 3 hot dogs. And it's just like, because I actually have a lot of hot dogs in my fridge right now. Yeah. Yeah, slow Friday. Again, like I told you guys in the pre-market plan today, the market's just going to be bracing for like new trade deals, but they're really going to be looking for what Powell says at FOMC. Also, we haven't talked about this yet. Guys, those videos yesterday with Trump and Powell had me laughing so hard. Powell was just like really did not want to be there. When they're talking about like that new budget, Powell looks at it and he's just like, oh, it's because you added in the other building. And Trump's just like, yeah, well, it's a building being built. And Powell's like, it was finished 5 years ago. Red Sox Yankees, that would be fun. Depends on when it is though. It depends on when it is. It'd have to be soon because the issue is like when all the colleges get back, the bars around Fenway are like the college bars. And that's not, I don't know. I mean, I don't know, man. I just feel like I'm too old for that. I didn't even when I was like out of college, just out of college, I didn't really want to go there. I like Southie. And I did used to like, the club that I called the playground because I didn't want any of you guys like running up on me in the club. That was a phase. It was fun. I might do it one more time before a bunch of my friends move. There's only so many times, guys, that you can like go into a establishment and then just like buy stuff and then have signs and then like it's just like ugh. September 12th. Yeah, I might do that. That sounds fun. Powell seemed very short too. Because I think, what is Trump, like 6'1"? And then what was the guy with them? Isn't that who? Rick, was that Rick Scott or who was that? Feel you on the college scene? Yeah, I mean, like, I'll do it, but like not ever. Like, really. Guys, we are getting so close to that 150 like goal. That would be awesome. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, AEO could actually set up again in here, and if it does, I probably would give that another try. That's like the only one out of all of them where I'm like, all right, this one I could actually get a little bit of steam. Because like the Sydney Sweeney stuff, like this thing is only traded down below these levels here 2 times in the past 25 years. It was COVID and the GFC. Like, it's a decent spot to be looking at this name. And that's what I said in the Instagram video. Like, I was like, it's definitely one that you want to keep your eye on, and there it goes. Trump is tall, I think. He might be 6'3", I don't know. Oh, wait, I think I have a picture of him with my buddy. I think he's, like, pretty much taller than my buddy. My buddy, one of my buddies is pretty politically connected. So there was something that he went, I think it was around the inauguration that he was there. Because he used to work in the White House. Is he 6'3"? Yeah. Yeah, because I remember him looking pretty tall next to my friend, who's like not short, but like not taller than me. Oh, the Hobbit. Hey, leave our savior alone. Like, SoFi's doing nothing going into earnings. I'd be a little worried about this one going into earnings, but we'll see. Again, it's up so much. This thing could drop a lot, and I still wouldn't care. Confirmed Lizard Man. No, my buddy was in DC though. I'll say that one event in January, a lot of people knew that was gonna happen beforehand. I'll say it that way. Because they were like, they told my friend, because I think that was around the time that he was working in the White House. They were like, you should come back. Which I don't know why they would tell him to come back for that, but he was around. He was around. He was like, what is going on? The stories were cool. I think he used to work for, what's his name? The, you know the Date Right guy? The guy who, like, I actually think it's the guy that, like, wrote, because it was during the first Trump admin. It was, I think it's the guy that was like the Heritage Foundation person that wrote Project 2025 or something. Like they think that was the guy who like they put my that was who my buddy was working for back in I don't know, it had to have been 2019. Hims looks like it's about to pop. I already gave you guys Hims at 53 something. Right here. It does look good though. Back up into these highs. I don't think I personally. I think I know one person or two. All the people that I know are like politically adjacent. They're like once removed. My baby's moving? Oh, we're making some money today, ladies and gentlemen. AMD up almost $5. There we go. Yeah, in terms of any new trades today, I mean, you guys know what I'm looking for. We just, again, they haven't fired off yet. LTMP, man. Less trades, more profits. We're just looking for the most high-quality setups in the market to fire off, and we're going to be waiting for what? Yeah, like the only people I know are like people that know people. Well, okay, I don't think I can tell this story. I can do it this way. Okay, so I'm hanging out one time, and I can't. Okay, I don't want to say who it is, but like it was a former president. That was. I wasn't. Okay, hold on. I'll tell the story. It's like I'm sitting by a pool, and one of my buddies gets like a call, and it's from like a blocked number. And he's like, "What's this?" From a certain area, and he's like, "Why am I getting a call from here?" And he just declines it. And he's like, he gets another one. He's like, who is this? Declines it. He gets another call from somebody that he knows. He's like, "Are you getting a call from here?" He's like, "Yeah." And this person goes, "Next time it rings, answer the phone." He answers. I'm sitting there, and he just says the name of like the former president. I was like, "What the?" I'm like, "What, are you really? Is this a joke? Are you really talking to like?" That was pretty cool. But it's like adjacent. Like I don't actually know these people. Like I know people who know people. That's probably why I'm bad at social media, because I'm always just like, I can't record any of this. It's just like, I can't do it. It's like, all right, like, I can show you guys some crazy stuff all the time. Like, I showed you guys what? I was at, the New York Yacht Club in Newport. I actually might try and get a membership to that. They have, like, young people memberships that, like, old people have to pay, like, hundreds of thousands of dollars to get into that place and probably have a boat. I think if I get approved, I'd only have to pay, like, $800 a year. That sounds cool. I could just go hang out with, like, you know, smart people that are doing cool things. That's what I like to do. Not like these other people who like love to like socialize with other influencers who have the IQ of a 4-year-old. I don't like doing that. That's why I would never move to like somewhere like Miami. I'd lose my mind, guys. Like I couldn't do it. I really would struggle there. I'd be like, oh my God. Somebody would pull up in a Lambo, and then I'd listen to them speak and be like, oh no. Oh dear. I just couldn't do it. You know? Like, you guys hear me talk all the time. It's like, you really think that I would do well sitting around in Miami with these people? I think I'd have an aneurysm. Especially if anybody started using TikTok terms to me in real life, I swear to God I would get up and walk away. Do I make trades during my lives? I have a question for you. Brother B, do you actually want to make money long term in the market or not? I have a question for you. You're making the cardinal sin of trading, or you're hinting at it in learning to trade. Because that question implies, oh, I just want to follow STV, which sometimes we will be in the same trades. But the reason why we're in the same trades is very different. So what most people will do, and this is interesting, it's like, I know what every new trader, every struggling trader needs in order to have success. And sometimes they're like, no, give me this. And I'm like, and I'm not saying you're doing this, but this is kind of how it goes a lot of the time. It's like, oh no, but I want this. And it's like, well, I'm telling the person who is doing this all the time, showing you guys these crazy gains and has an army of people and just testimonials of people and so many success stories, is saying, you need to do this. So the reason why we will end up in the same trades is because you know exactly what I'm looking for. And that is the main difference between like how I run my group versus all of these other people. One, it's very elite. You can't tell people what to buy and sell. It's not allowed. Anybody else that's trying to do that for you, they also are trying to make you dependent on them. I don't want you dependent on me at all. Option trader? Yeah, I am. I trade options. I trade shares. So the reason why everybody in the group is able to nail these big trades and have so much success so consistently is because I'm teaching them to see the market the way I see it. So they go through the learning curriculum videos. We talk about all of this stuff on the streams here, and they understand. It's very simple. I mean, it's not hard to learn. And then they have the watch list. So they have the exact strategy, everything to look for, which is simple. And then they have all of the setups that meet the criteria. Now, when you actually understand what those actually are, like if you were to look at this setup right here and understand what's in the curriculum videos, you would know exactly what to do. And here's what this does. The only way to actually have long-term success in the market, guys, is to fully understand why you're entering the trade, where and why you're going to enter the trade, how you're going to manage it when you're in it, and where and why you're going to exit. Now, the middle one right there, how you're going to manage the trade when you're in it, is so critical. And that comes from knowing the other two parts. But the mistakes come from the middle part, how you're going to manage the trade when you're in it. You have to know that, which is what's taught in the videos. Like I have this system in terms of the way that I teach, like my teaching system. I know how to get somebody from like knowing nothing about trading to really having a lot of success. Okay, I misspoke there. Success in a very, very short period of time. And I've shown you guys it time and time and time again, how I do this for everybody. The problem is you see everybody else doing one thing and you think that that's the right, you're like, oh, why don't you just do it this way? I go, well, because that's not the right way to do it. You don't have your own exit plan. Exactly. Should you buy or wait until after earnings if you want to go long on Sofi? The last time that you wanted to be going long on Sofi was 1360 on the weekly breakout. You don't touch Sofi up here. This is not a buy at these levels. What's appealing about this setup? You watch the videos, you're still trying to learn more? Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, you can think about it like a coil. You can also think about it like psychologically. Like everybody that's like a very experienced market participant knows what we're looking for. So it also has to do with like a self-fulfilling prophecy. So when levels are broken, you see a lot of buying pressure coming in. But it's also the first, so this is the other thing that's very appealing about the setup, especially from an options perspective, UB. So let's say you're flatlining. Like this right here. You're flatlining, you're flatlining, you're flatlining. Let's say that this continued for a long period of time. Well, the implied volatility is going to start trickling down a little bit on the options. Now, when you break that level to the upside and the stock starts ripping, the IV shoots back up because now the stock is starting to move. So that's just from an options perspective. So you can catch these, like, that's how the big multi-100 percenters happen really quickly for us. Because you're flatlining, you're draining out the premiums, and then they snap back. That's just from the options perspective. But it just in general, like, when you look at these charts, like, and you see them play out over and over and over again, the vast majority of the time when stocks are about to make massive moves, they all look the same before they do it. And the other part that's like appealing about this setup too is that the losses on any of these trades are so small, mainly because we're entering at the first point at which the breakout can occur. The first instance. Jimmy, what's up, buddy? So then most of the time, you see a little bit of a continuation, but if it starts to fail, a lot of the time price is just going to wick right back down to your entry price, and you're probably going to be flat, maybe a little green if the IV shot up, or you're maybe down 5 or 10%. So that's kind of when I use my discretion to get out of them. Like if you're sizing for zero, you want to just let them go. But that's kind of the main point there. But it's also like the other part is like what's so appealing about the setup. It's like it gives you every single one that you look at has the ability to run multi-hundred and multi-thousands of percent. That's why new people can come in and just crush it so much because like the margin for error is so wide. Like a lot of you guys came into the group last week and also early this week when I was saying, I was like, guys, things are going to start happening, and you listened, and that was smart of you. and then you went in and nailed Krispy Kreme and AEO, you now have a massive, like, let's just think about like like some of these trades. Let's just use 1,000% as an example. Like, let's say you net total on one of these big ones 1,000%, 10x your money. That means that if you're trading with the same size, that you need to lose the next 10 trades in a row in order to just get back to break even. Now, is that likely to happen? Anything's possible, but I would say no. Which is why you see a lot of these people that are coming from like day trading or other elements of the market and are like, oh my God, why is this working so well for me? It's like, well, for all of the reasons I just outlined. It makes it simple. It's very effective. And I mean, I don't know why more people don't do this with us. I seriously don't know. It's the best way to operate in the market. So I can throw the link. It's pinned to the top of the live chat, but I'll throw the link in here for you guys that still need to hop in and use code July. Gets you your first month for literally $1 a day. Jesse, all right, here's the deal, guys. I say this every time, and I should say this every single day. This is something that the group knows. I will never use Discord messages, ever. For that exact reason. Even if in the Discord, you tell me, hey, STV, I sent you a message on Discord. I go, sorry, not answering it. Copy and paste it onto Twitter or Instagram. I'll answer it there. There's just too many crazy accounts. 6% loss on DraftKings and I was late next day, and 2 winners, all 200% plus. Exactly. Up for the week. Exactly. Risk on approach? Yeah, Jimmy. I understand now. Thanks a bunch. No problem, UB. Yeah, once you see the trades play out a couple of times, you're going to be like, oh, I get it now. But the other thing, too, is I think a lot of you guys that are hopping in, too, are going to be like, oh, we're just going to do this every single day. It's like, no, the group is called Less Trades, More Profits. We might get 2 really good ones a week if the market's hot. Sometimes I call out the most disgusting ones in the market, which I usually do. But you have to be okay with sitting there and doing nothing, because that's how you're able to preserve capital to then deploy more capital at the better setups that are coming. So like some people are going to come to me and be like, oh, I'm bored, we're not trading. It's like, I don't care. Sorry, I literally don't. I'm not doing this to like make you excited. I'm doing this to show you how you should actually be making money in the market. Like yesterday and today, really no trades. But what did we do this week? D-Nut, AEO, you guys nailed Coles. Last week was Roblox. Like there's no reason to take any more trades because we're already so green. You know? Does that make sense? Like, I'd be perfectly fine taking 1 trade a month that was super high quality, A+. Like, I'm here to take high quality. I'm not here for frequency, you know? Which is, again, one of the main reasons why we're able to nail these epic ones all the time, because I'm very picky. If things aren't aligning and I'm just like, there's some stuff that's spooking me a little, I'm like, I'd rather just sit in cash. Because then I'll have more cash to deploy at the good setups that meet my criteria. And I tell you guys this, and then what do you call it? Like, remember the first quarter of this year where we weren't really doing anything? It's like, all right, don't do anything then. We found a couple really good ones, but other than that, it was just like, all right, let the market do its thing. Everything is high. I mean, my favorite setups going into next week so far, Adobe, love this. I love how this looks down in these areas here. If this thing can hold, can continue consolidating, get a nice break to the upside, that could be very fun. We have Nike. That's going to be another one that I really like here, especially if the 10 can catch up. You got a really nice double top to break through here. If it does, you're probably going to rock it a little bit. And then ASUN. So that's what I have going into the end of this week. For next week, but again, who knows if they play out. The market could do some crazy stuff. It's like the beauty of what we do is that if we don't break a level, we don't do anything. Hood, nice. LTMP, man. Less trades, more profits. The sooner you guys start adopting that methodology, the sooner you guys are going to start crushing it with us in there. Let's see. Where's ES? Oh, hold on. Hold on. What do we got? European framework trade deal with the United States could happen this weekend. Ooh. Trump, Australia to take U.S. beef for the first time. A very big market. That's all right. Is Neo in a position to squeeze? It's not the right question. It's not the right question to be asking. Oh, whoa. What happened to Neo here? The right question to be asking on Neo is how likely is it that they meet these profitability targets by the end of this year or early next year? Dylan, that's Will, no problem, man. That's the right question to be asking. Squeeze, no squeeze, short interest, that's all noise. It's all noise. And it's secondary. Like, think about it like this. Like, when I gave you guys the D-Nut trade, I was looking at D-Nut for, like, the last 3 weeks. The only reason why I started looking at it a little bit closer was because it already had a good setup, and then I saw the Reddit idiots pumping stuff. And I was like, wait, does D-Nut have some short interest on it? 30-something%? Oh, okay. Cool. Maybe if it starts to get going and breaks above my level, all right, sweet. That's how I was able to give you guys the best entry on it at 347. But that's not the right question to be asking on Neo. The right question is, are they going to be able to hit their goals? Because if they do, that brings a big re-rating into the market. Like, they'd have to like completely redefine how the market views this, which the market would. Is open one to avoid? Jimmy, do you follow me on Instagram or TikTok? Or Twitter? I made a Instagram video on open. I think it was, let me look and see where it was. What was the price of open when I made this video? Let's see. Let's take a gander. 464. Open was at 464, and I went on TikTok and Instagram, and I was like, if you buy this stock here, you're basically a moron, is basically what I said. In other words, I said it nicer and more crazily, but like, this is a name that you avoid. This is done. The only one from this week that actually has the potential to make a sustained move is AEO. That's it. D-Nut was just a quick flip. Rohan says, I've joined the Discord for 3 months, and he's up 28% on his account. I know. Rohan, that's awesome. I saw that. That's awesome. You just grabbed 62 puts for AMD 165. Hey, Mo. I don't, you're just gambling, man. I mean, this is typical retail trader garbage that like is going to lead you to failure over the long run. You're just using your full discretion in the market to do it. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. You could make 10,000% on that trade and it still wouldn't mean anything to me because you're not following a simple and repeatable process to making money and extracting value out of the market. It's as simple as that. You're just buying puts because it's up, you know? And sometimes I got to be a little hard on you guys here because it's like, I know every single one of you guys in the live chat has the ability to have as much success as everybody that's in my group right now. But if you do stuff like that, you're not gonna. You're actually guaranteed to fail over the long run. You know? It's like, I try to get this across to you guys every day. How do you join the Discord? The link's at the top of the live chat. I'll throw it in the live chat here for you guys. Use code July. You get your first month for 50% off. It's literally $1 a day for your first month. But like, and this is why I say like, I can't believe more people don't operate in the market like the way we do. But it's because people are just out here gambling on nonsense for a dopamine hit. And it's like, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. But don't expect to have any professional level results. Like if you want to have professional level results in the market, you got to think and act like a professional. That's just willy-nilly, excuse my language, bullshit. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, but it's a 50-50 gamble, you know? I just like, a lot of you guys in the live chat are gonna be like, oh, why are you being so mean? It's like, I'm trying to help you guys. Like, I'm doing everything in my power to make sure that every single person in the live chat has the skills to have, like, to be able to have long-term success in the market. And when you do stuff that I know is just gonna lead you to failure over the long run, I'm like, I have to tell you that that's not smart. It does, and the thing is like, it doesn't matter if the trade works or not. Like I said before, like you could make 5,000-10,000% on that trade, and you're gonna be, and then you're gonna have an overinflated sense of your ability to operate in the market. Like you just will, like anybody would. Just psychologically, if you're like, oh, it's moving up, I top ticked it, I'm moving down, you're gonna be like, oh, I'm the best trader ever. You got lucky. Like when I started showing you guys the really nasty swing trades, there were a lot of people that were like, oh, you're just getting lucky. And I'm like, okay. No, I'm not. When you see it happen over and over and over and over and over and over and over again with a very simple and repeatable process, it's not luck. I'm just putting myself in the position to have success. I don't know if they're going to play out or not. Like, I didn't know that D-Note was going to play out, or AEO. But I know what stocks look like before they're about to make massive moves. And all I do is follow what the charts are telling me. That's it. That's it. It's simple. And a lot of you guys are, you're going to hear that. It's going to go in one ear and out the other. But one of these days, whether it's today, tomorrow, next week, a month from now, a year from now, and you may not even remember I said it, but at some point, you're going to realize that I was right. I just hope it's not too late. That's why I'm so like aggressively saying these things in the short term here, because at some point it will become too late for you to like have any deployable capital to then actually start making money in the market. You'll be so far behind everybody else in the or just it's so far behind in your process as a trader when you could just start now and say, I'm just gonna look at what I'm gonna do more of what works, and I'm gonna do zero of what is proven to not work. Once you make that decision, it's the whole game changes for you. That's why I give you guys discounts and don't charge crazy amounts for my group. Because you all can do it. You're going to watch the videos and you're going to be like, it's that simple? Yep. Stop doing nonsense. And don't make garlic cake either. Don't be like, hey, SCV, I know we only talk about this, but how about what if I randomly put that? Nope. Nope. Garlic cake. If I give you the recipe to bake a cake, and then you ask me when to put garlic powder in it, I'm going to look at you like you have 4 heads. Why would I put garlic powder in the cake when I have the recipe right here and it doesn't call for garlic powder? You know? ASON bouncing off the 10. That looks good. Adobe. Yeah, I like this a lot. Adobe and ASON I really like. Nike's going to need a few more days, but all those 3 I really like going into next week. I just hope FOMC doesn't screw around with me. I mean, I could, if they break, I could always hedge it like I was hedging, was it last week when we had Roblox too? Because I really liked that Roblox move. I mean, I can show you guys the chart of it in the trade setup that we had. I think I still have it up here. Yeah, so this is the entry on Roblox. It just started ripping for us. That was a great one. That was a 600%er. It actually could have been more. It did end up running through that 126 final target, but those were up 500%. I was like, just give me my money. Just give me my money, you know? Guys, we're pretty close to 150 likes on the stream. If you guys are enjoying the stream, you're finding value in the things that I'm talking about over here, make sure you drop a like. We've got a 150 like goal on the stream. We are 27 away. I think we can do it. What about Pokemon cards? No. Trump considers stimulus checks for low-income Americans. Oh, the market's gonna rip. But yeah, guys, it's like less trades, more profits, high quality setups, understanding how to, like, exactly why and where you're entering, how to manage the trade when you're in it, where and why you're going to exit. I mean, it doesn't take, if you go through and take the course videos seriously this weekend, you'll be good to go by Monday. That's how fast you can pick this up. It's not difficult. And I'm always here to answer questions for you guys. Always here. But if you say something silly, I'm gonna say garlic cake. You know? Yeah, Ason did hold the 10 very nicely. I like that. I like those guys. Those are good. We're going to go through another scan. Obviously, you guys are going to get another list this weekend. But again, the caveat to it is FOMC and trade deadline next week. So we are going to have a lot of earnings next week too, I think. We had no post earnings this week, but this was the first week of really post earnings season. So really it's going to go through September. So every week, almost every day, we're going to be looking for a post earnings candidate in the morning, and those are always very fun. Poet is popping. Watch this. If I pull this up, I'm probably going to yell at you. What is this, dude? What is this? This is a horrible chart. This stock right here. Ready? It's going to the 200 EMA here at 446. It's a bit aggressive, but that does not look good. You break this level right here, 595, that's the last line of defense. You kind of got areas in here that it could hold, but that's a horrible looking chart. The weekly probably looks okay. Yeah, I'd say this is, 548. What was the other level? A weekly 10 EMA, I think it's where it's going. Yeah, not a good chart. $21 likes away, guys, to 150. I love it. I love it. Yeah, people are just out here trying to hit lottery tickets and to make a bunch of, retire off of one trade and chase stocks and stuff, and it's like, you can do that, or you can just listen to what I say and start making money in the market. Like, you guys saw what happened this week, last week, the week before, the week before that, the week before that. It's just like, I'm going to keep showing you guys the filthiest trades in the market. I don't know how many more of them you want to see, or you need to see. Like 6,000% this week, 3,000%. The AEOs are up, what, 700% for you guys? Yeah, I think we're going to do that. I think that's what we're going to do. Not all sorts of other nonsense that's just like typical. Is Tesla bouncing? That's actually an interesting one that we haven't talked about today. Yeah, bouncing off the 200, that makes sense. Quite honestly, I'm shocked that Tesla is not getting murdered off of those earnings. Those earnings were garbage. Elon's just pumping. He's like, nah, FSD, it's bad now, but it's going to be good in the future. We'll see. Tesla's not one that I will ever own. But with that being said, it's one of my favorite names to trade. It is so fun to trade. We've had some insane. This one was epic in here. This was a break even, but I think there was another one. This one was fun too. So this was a really good Tesla trade. This one ended up being a break even one, and then this one was fun too up to this level. Pre-earnings. Yeah, Jimmy, you love the trade around earnings, man. I think there's a lot better ways to do things, you know? And we have the results to back it up. It's like I say, I think the way to operate in the market is the way that we do it. And you guys are like, oh yeah? Prove it. And I go, okay, here's the 6,000% gain trades from this week. Another one that's 3,600%. Last week, 600% on Roblox. 700% on AEO this week, and then just like hundreds other of trades that I've called out for you guys that just absolutely rock it. It's like, oh, here it is. Dispute that. Dispute the results. Sell Delta at 20. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it's just, you can collect some stuff on, but you can get yourself into issues on earnings. Because you never know what's going to happen. So, but happy Friday, everybody. Hopefully you guys have some good plans for this weekend. I think I'm going to do some fun stuff. Do I look? No, I don't do anything on TradingView. I just chart on TradingView. Nah, A-Dog, you're pumping. You just said, poet popping. You just wanted me to pull it up on the stream. No, I like Weeble. Are we due for a pullback? You got to have a reason for it. Like, if you were to look technically at this market right now, I would say it's getting tired, but it doesn't mean it can't like keep grinding. I think you would need to have a fundamental reason for why the market would want to pull back here. Could it happen next week with FOMC? Maybe. Could it happen with the August trade deadline? Maybe. But if we get through those and then you have good economic data and earnings for the big tech companies aren't bad, it's like, what's the reason for? And then let's say the dollar strengthens and all this foreign money comes back in. It's like, I mean, this market still can have some legs here. The reasons are August and September are slow, and August first trade deadline. Well, no. August is seasonally slow. Oh, Newt. That's just me outlining where the entry is for you guys on TradingView here. That's just, I can move this. Like, this is just me doing this to show you guys like where we were entering and where the TPs are. Like, I do this sometimes. I mean, just to show you guys for just to visually make it easier for you guys to see like what the setup looks like. I'll throw this up sometimes. But it's like I could put one here. Like, see? Oh wait, no, that's not that. It's this. Boom. See, I could just do this and then make one. See? See? But here's the thing, Jimmy. I think it's we talk about this a lot, like the option stuff, like unusual option activity. I think seasonality is I think it does more harm than good for analyzing the market because you don't have enough data points. And you also have every single year, the conditions surrounding the market are always different. So, like, what happened last year around August that caused it to sell off? You had craziness going with the Japanese yen. That's why the market sold off. It didn't sell off because, oh, look, seasonally the market sells off. No, you know? And that was something that I had outlined for you guys here. I was like, Japan is not, the yen is weakening so crazy they have to cut. Or they have to start intervening, and that caused markets to freak out. You had the unwind of the carry trade, and then everything was fine like a month later. But it didn't have, like, it's almost like what is the actual root cause is what I look for. So that's why I say I just like to look at the board in front of me and then make my decision from there. So what I see right now in the market is, yeah, there's obviously some risk, but there's always risks. If the market starts to pull back from here, that's fine. I mean, I'd like it to pull back. Now that was fun. Yeah, you guys nailed the yen stuff. But does that make sense to everybody? It's like, you don't have enough data points. We haven't had a red July in a decade. Yeah, but you do see seasonally, you do see high beta slow down. But like, that's just, it's not something that I will like take trades off of. It's just something to keep in mind. It's like, all right, well, because you do have a lot of like people out there that are going to look at those data points and maybe might take positions based on that data. So if it starts to happen, maybe I'll look at it a little bit more. But other than that, I just like to look at what's actually happening in the present and not let like a flawed data set influence my decision making. Like, why would I do that? Like, okay, let's say you have 10 data points of like every single year it sold off in August for the last 10 years. So trade the chart? No. When you're talking about pullbacks in the market and everything, like it's almost always going to move based on the macro picture. Sometimes they don't, but those pullbacks and moves are pretty short-lived. But it's like, even if, let's say, the last 10 August were bad, I still wouldn't like look at this August and be like, oh, because the last 10 were, this is going to be a bad one too. It's like, no, you could have just had 10 instances where like something crazy happened in August. What if nothing crazy happens in August this time? Then why would the market sell off, you know? Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But I'm just looking at the pieces and everything and the data points that we have, and then making a decision off of that. So after next week, which is going to be more big tech earnings, we have Apple. Like, we have 3 big things that we have to get through. We have FOMC in July, which I think is kind of going to be a dud. We're not going to cut rates. The Powell, they might be a little bit more hawkish with the increase in CPI. And the decrease in unemployment. The problem with NFP, though, is that a lot of people, if they talk about the labor market, they're going to be like, yeah, well, NFP's a survey. ADP, private payrolls were down a lot. I'd rather trust that than the survey from non-farm payrolls. Sorry, we're getting a little complicated here. But that we got to get through. And then the trade deadline. But if we get through that and the market's at the same place that it is right now, why would it sell off? You know? What actually freaked me out, Jimmy, was last week when we saw the NVIDIA H20 news and then that kind of mixed CPI, and the market was gapping up and then it sold off aggressively. And at that point, that's when I started hedging a little bit, because even though I liked the Roblox chart and the Microsoft charts, they looked good, I was like, when you see good news like that in the market and then it still sells off, that's not a good sign. It's like the opposite for like when stocks are at the lows and they aren't, and it gets horrible news and they don't sell off. Like, that can be a signal to buy. And it's the same thing the other way. Like I was just talking about, it could also be a signal to either sell or start hedging, which is what I did. The hedges were down a little bit, that's fine, and I still made a bunch of money on Roblox. So it really worked out perfectly. And I told you guys too, Ryan ended up actually holding those hedges. If I held the hedges, I would have made a lot more money last week, because Roblox was ripping. I had sold Microsoft at open, and then at one point during the day, Roblox was still ripping and the market tanked. So I could have actually made more money, made money on the hedges. I just was like, I don't need the hedge anymore with Roblox doing what it's doing. So I just cut it, took the money back. All right, guys, we are 18 likes away from 150. I love this. Is great. We're gonna, dude, I think we can hit it on a Friday. This is all, it must be Friday, because then now if we hit the 150 like goal today, then it goes to 200. We're gonna go up by 50. It's gonna be great. I think we can do it today, folks. I appreciate you guys. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream. You're understanding these things and starting to like see how like you should be operating in the market versus the way that like you're either doing it right now for most of you, or like the way most people out there are doing it, which in my opinion is the incorrect way. And obviously we have the results to back it up. But yeah, you guys have my top 3 so far for next week: Nike, Ason, and Adobe. If Adobe holds, which I think it is. Yep. Hit the like button, people. Dude, I think we're going to get it today. I think we've got it. I think pretty soon these streams are going to, especially because I can remember, I'm live every day for you guys at 10:30. So if you guys want to come back to these, we'd love to have you. I think we got it today. I think by 11:30 we'll have 150 on the stream. I think we got it. Yeah, nothing. Ason and Adobe. Those would be my 2 favorites that if they broke now, I'd be interested. Nike needs a few more days to form a little bit of a better setup. 63.90. Nah, I don't really, there's not much on the charts here. Like, you guys will see me come out and call some pretty nasty moves, but oh shit. Where is hold on, where's our guy? Where is he? Who is it again? I forget his name. Reason. Where is he? Reason. I think it's there for you. Uh-oh. He might hit another one. Yeah, that's a little, after you go through Swing Kings, you start making money on the swings, you can go through the day trading mastery course and get a little understanding of that stuff. It's not the core of what I do, and I don't do it very much, but I do have some pretty nasty strategies in there for you. They're pretty dirty. That one for a while, I mean, I'm not even gonna say what the results were, but like when you watch me do the back testing on it and just show you like every single trade that would have played out with it, it didn't have a losing month. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I just don't like sitting here staring at ES all day. It's not. We're in this to be able to. That's why I like swing trading so much better. The gains are better. You're more consistent. It's easier to do. It's like I'd rather do that than just sit here and stare at like the 15-minute even on ES. Why would I do that? I don't want to sit here working all day. You know? Like today, if I wasn't live with you guys, this is like a day off. No trades. Like I could do all of this from like a beach somewhere. I just stream with you guys for fun. And then I teach. I like teaching you guys though. It's fun. I love seeing it click for you. And like, especially those of you guys that come in and it clicks quick. I'm like, I know. There you go. So you don't day trade futures? Very rarely. I used to a lot more, but like, swinging is so much better. Like Kylito, I think you're starting to see it too, like how much better swinging actually is, especially the way that we do it. It's like why would I then start screwing around with futures? Like I could if I really wanted to, but it's just more like effort. Like it's more like just me sitting here, not doing other things. You know, like I have other stuff I've got to do. I don't want to sit here staring at ES. You know. Like, I'll do it occasionally, but it's not like... because imagine, like... It's just better. Like, it's just so much better. Like, you guys see it. It's like, it's just so much better. Swinging. Less trades, more profits, you're hanging out, you're making all this money. It's like... Why would I sit here and just like screw around with this stuff? Like, yeah, I could be in this ES short right here. I'd rather just wait for high quality setups on daily time frames because then I'd have to, it's a Friday. Why would I want to sit here on a Friday and then just stare at this all day and be in a trade? Why would I do that? People talk about, all these little day traders talk about like freedom. It's like, all right, well, you're just going to be sit here stuck on the charts all day long. That doesn't sound very freedom-y to me. Swing trading, a lot of you guys that trade shares, once you're in it, you set your stops and take profits. Just walk away. You're done. You could just watch the trades play out. 11 likes away from 150, ladies and gentlemen. We are very, very, very close. If we don't hit it during the stream, I bet we're gonna hit it after when people rewatch the stream. You know, like that doesn't sound very free to me. Yeah, I've said a lot of weird things today by accident. I like where yields are. I like where this market is. I mean, it's just, we're going to wait for those setups to fire off. And when they do, Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, you guys that are sitting on the sidelines are going to miss them, and I'm going to come on the streams next week and be like, I told you again. I told you again. These setups are firing off, and you're still sitting there like, I know he called out the 6,000% trade, the 3,000% trade, the 700% trade, the 600% one on Roblox last week, all the other multi-100 percenters, but I still don't know. Dude, I don't know how else to help you guys. I don't know. I'm just going to keep doing it, making everybody a bunch of money. That's what we were saying last night. Day trading is trading one 9 to 5 for another. It is. With more risk and more stress. Why would I do that? It doesn't make sense. I don't know. It's just like, do things that make sense, guys. Not things that don't. Traveling this weekend? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Was I traveling last weekend? No, I didn't travel last weekend. I don't think I did any traveling last weekend. Oh, dude. This Adobe setup, I can't even... If this fires, guys, I'm really loving it. These are my favorite charts to trade. If this setup fires on Adobe, that's going to be really good. Oh my, like... What kind of swing is going on here? I don't know, man. Like, I can't even, once you guys see it, and you've seen enough of these play out right in front of you, you can't unsee it. The biggest problem that people have is trying to do too much and trying to do it all the time. It's like, no, just wait for the best ones. This is one of them. If this fires and it hits, it's gonna be a 500, 600, 700, 800 percenter. It just is. Ben, what's up, buddy? How you doing? So, I mean, those of you guys that aren't in the group, I mean, don't just willy-nilly trade this thing because you got to know what you're doing. But you take a little bit of time this weekend to go through those course videos. Whew, you guys are going to be ready to have some fun with us again. I told you last week, and then we came in and nailed a bunch of multi-1,000 percenters. How to set alerts for setups like Adobe. I'll show you how to do it. Oh, yeah, it does. Yeah, it's just top of the range. But also, Newt, it's like, you can also ask. Like, there have been people a lot over the last few weeks that are like, because they don't all look the same. They look very similar. Like, you're not always going to see a perfect level. So if you ever have questions about, like, one that, like, I haven't put an alert on or, like, why I selected this area, just ask. Like, I'll tell you the reason for this one on Adobe right now. It wouldn't be here, it wouldn't be here, it wouldn't be here. It's this one. Why? Because this is not a great candle. This is not a great daily candle. And you are starting to consolidate on top of the 10. So this is showing that the sellers were pretty aggressive in these upside areas. Now, if buyers can push this back up through here, well, now it's showing us that buyers are in control, and pushing it back above that day high is showing that clean breakout. It's as simple as that. It's if you want it simply, it's like it's literally just the top of the range of consolidation. That's the simplest way to. Oh, I mean, it is a Friday. Why do I have an alert on this? Oh, I know why. Okay, this is not a trade. This is running, but like, oh, you actually had it here today. But we were looking at this one, I think, the other week, and I was like, well, if you clear here, 101.30, that's actually a decent spot to like get long this thing. But since you dropped aggressively down below this 200 and are now just ripping back up, I'm probably not touching this. I mean, that's just an invalid like base and break setup, so you wouldn't be touching that. But I mean, you could kind of looked at this one in here and bought this yesterday, but then this would have freaked you out. So not really one that you really want to go near. Yeah, exactly, Matt. I know a lot of you guys come from day trading, and it's like I show you guys this stuff, and you're like, oh, yep, just gonna do that now. And I'm like, yeah, I know. There you go. Is market pushing? Yeah, a little bit here. Adobe still looking good. Looking good across the board, guys. Oh my God, we're 8 likes away from 150. I love it. We're almost there. We are almost at the 150 like goal. You think someone nailed it in the group chat? Oh, in our group? Yeah, they might have. They might have. Because I think we were talking about this OKTA below, like right in here, this range of consolidation. That's pumping now, though. Again, that's the point. Like, I'm not going to be in all of them, but it's about teaching you guys to see it for yourself and then execute. You're not like, oh, you're not asking me for permission to trade. You know the setup. It's not up to me. It's up to the system. Your only job in the market is to be a steward of the system. That's it. Or a system. Hopefully it works. I know mine does. Like, guys, making money in the market is a byproduct of good decision making. You got to focus on making good decisions, not making money. It sounds weird, but like that's effectively what we're doing. All I'm thinking about is how can I make the best decision? What setup is going to earn my capital? We have a hive mind all looking for kick-ass setups. Yeah, and we find a lot of them too. I always love seeing Daily Taylor always goes through and posts some tickers that he finds over the weekend, which is awesome. Alfie's always posting tickers. A-Rock's always doing stuff. Logan's got some great tickers when he comes in at night and sends them in. I love it. You guys do a great job. And that's kind of the point of the group too. We're all working together to find them. Like, you guys get the big lists from me, but then sometimes I'll miss stuff, even though I'm going through and scanning through almost everything. All right. Probably 9 minutes left. Guys, we need 8 of you to hit the like button. We're so close. Where's my baby? Nah, they got close up there tonight. Again, these 3. Adobe I like. ASON I like. ASON can be fun. Adobe's probably my favorite. Because we've hit this a few times. And when it goes, oh my God, guys. I don't know. You guys have seen it happen enough times where I give you guys these and they go. This could be the next one. This could be the next fun one. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of taking on a lot of risk, though, going into FOMC and the trade deadline, but it's a good setup, though. So we'll obviously manage the risk accordingly. If I have to hedge, I have to hedge. Fine with me. 1 or 2 more days. See, then you're getting close. I'd like this to break Monday. You know? Because then you can, Monday morning, because then you can get all of Monday and part of Tuesday to try and make it free. Play it up to 386 or what? 390, 267. Make it free before Powell. Let it rip from there, you know? Guys, we're so close. 7 likes away. If you haven't hit the like button yet, I'm so close. 150. I don't think we've had 150 likes on the stream in a while. I think it's gonna be really fun. I think over the next few months here, we're gonna be getting the streams back to like 1,000 concurrent viewers. I just don't think there's many other people out there doing the stuff that we're doing and providing this type of education to people. I just don't think there is. So we're rebuilding, but I'll have some good. I'll probably have a YouTube video out this weekend, Saturday, for you guys. That'll be fun. Tesla's pumping, nice. Bounce off the 200 EMA. That's kind of what I was thinking on it too. I just it's not a textbook setup. That would just be me going willy-nilly on a trade, so I don't do it. You know, like I could look at the Tesla chart and tell you, okay, you gapped down pretty big on earnings. You tested the 200 EMA here. You held, and so in my mind now, it's like, all right, it probably comes back and bounces. Where does it probably head next? Probably the 10 EMA. But that's just me using like overall like my experience in the market to say, okay, this is probably what happens next. But that's all discretionary. Like I wouldn't trade based on that. Like, would it have been cool if I was like, hey guys, at the end of the day yesterday, Tesla calls don't seem like a bad idea and you guys make a bunch of, sure, but like that's not a repeatable process and that's not helping you guys build good habits in the market. You know? Yeah, I gotta see if my lips are still purple from drinking all that wine yesterday. Nobody told me either. We were inside, and then somebody told me. I was like, you guys suck. Ooh, 6 likes away now. We're getting there, folks. We are getting there. It's definitely going to hit. Like, after the stream ends, when people rewatch it, it'll hit. But I want to see it happen now. You know? Anything coming through the feed here? I haven't really. Goldman Sachs, speculative trading hits record high. Of course it does. Highest level since the dot-com and pandemic bubbles, driven by heavy trading in unprofitable, petty, and high EV to sales stocks. Trading volumes are high in Mag 7 names, digital assets, and quantum computing, reflecting risk appetite. Call option activity has surged to its highest since 2021, and IPO SPAC issuance is at multi-year high. We are so back. No, I'm just kidding. With SPACs raising $9 billion in Q2, Goldman notes a retail favorite stock basket is up 50% since April, highlighting a speculative market tone. Historically, such spikes have led to strong S&P 500 returns over 3 to 12 months, but weaker returns over 2 years, signaling near-term upside, but long-term risk. Depends on the landscape. Depends on the landscape. That's going back and looking at prior data. Oh, we're 4 away. I think we're going to get there. Nice way of saying they bought Mullen. Dude, Mullen's in the garbage again. That's why I tweeted it out. When Mullen was pumping in the after hours, I was like, all right, guys, you took this too far. You guys took it too far. Oh, make sure you guys are, we should have said this when more people were in here, but like, make sure you guys are following me on Twitter, ShortTheVix2. That's the handle for that one. And then Instagram and TikTok are both ShortTheVix1. So if you guys aren't following me on there, make sure you guys are. I don't know. Probably no videos today. I mean, we've had an absolutely killer week. Welcome to everybody that's hopping into the LTMP group with us. You guys, again, first step, watch the learning curriculum videos. We're going to get you guys up to speed. Who bought Mullen instead of hitting the like button? I don't know, man. I don't know. You guys crushed the like button today. You guys did a great job. Adobe still looks good. Nike still looking pretty good for a potential setup forming. ASON still holding here too. I really like this. This could be a fun one to try and sling to like 19. Like this could, you might get a little fun on this. 2 away now. Oh my God, we're crushing. Yeah. Oh, and again, prices are going to be going up for the group in September. But if you're in before the price increase, you get locked in at the lower rate. Probably not a whole lot of discounts coming after either. So you guys have had enough time. I've given you guys a lot of crazy deals to hop in. They tried to buy Figma in 2022. They IPO next Thursday. Yeah, but like if they don't own it, then doesn't really matter, you know? Unless there's some other relationship between Adobe and Figma, we'll see. Free donuts for everybody for 150 likes. I already gave you guys donut for free. I already gave you guys D-Nut, man. That thing pumped. That was so much fun. And then AEO. Where's AEO right now? I mean, of all of them, like I said before, AEO is the only one that I would say has the potential. 150 likes. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, AEO is the only one that has the potential to actually make a sustained move to the upside. I'm out of it. I was selling above 13 and then at like 12.50 something in the pre-market yesterday. Really good trade, though. Really good one. TP1 on the like. Yep, well, that's full take profit on the like button there. All right, we've hit 150 on the stream. That means next week, the like threshold now moves to 200. Which we probably should have more likes on the stream after all the crazy trades I gave you guys this week, but that's fine. That's fine. As long as you guys are making money. It does make it easier for you guys to find the streams and videos, though. It'll pop up in your YouTube feed, so that's kind of why we do it, too. If you guys want to come back, hang out with us. All right, folks. It's 11:30. It's a Friday. We're going to be wrapping it up here for today. But I'm going to throw the link for those of you guys that still need to hop into the group in the live chat here. It's also pinned at the top of the live chat. If you're rewatching the stream, it is linked. It's the first link in the description. Again, make sure you use code July. Get your first month 50% off. Friday's a great day to hop in. You have all weekend to go through the course curriculum videos, which again is not going to take you very long. Then you'll be fully prepared to get after it with us next week, which is going to be an interesting week. We'll see what we can do, especially around FOMC and the trade deadline. But after that, I mean, could be smooth sailing. So, I mean, I would expect us to get at least one epic move next week. I mean, you guys saw. I told you guys last week. I was like, I'm gonna come out on the streams the following week, which was this week. You guys are gonna see some crazy trades. And there it was. D-Nut, Coles, AEO. I think that was really it. But, like, those were so massive. Like, 6,300%, guys. It's no joke. 6,300%. Garrett's up 115% on his account in the last 2 months with STV. He's the GOAT. Garrett, I appreciate you, buddy. Congratulations on the gains. Many, many, many more epic trades to come. So, welcome to all the new people that are hopping in. We're going to get you guys going. But other than that, guys, have a great weekend. I will see you guys in a video tomorrow, most likely. Watch list is going to be coming out this weekend. Peace.